Hello everybody. Today I want to talk about ProjectFly, what it is, and how to use it. Now, when you first sign up, it's free to sign up, you'll be taken to a page that looks like this. This is basically your profile, and it has a logbook for you of all the flights that you've been on. And every single one of them you can view. You can look at all the information of it, your landing rate, your block fuel, your the time of the flight, and everything, and including your flight path, which is really cool because it's synced up with Google Maps, and you can really zoom in here with the satellite view, zoom right into the airport and see the path that you took around the airport. You can see if you really were centered with those lines and whatnot. So the simplest way for me to describe ProjectFly is it's kind of like, if you're familiar with Flight Radar 24 or Flight Aware, they're programs that keep track of real-world flights that are taking place currently and have already taken place, and you can see the information about them, what cruise they were at, speeds, and all kinds of information like that. And that is basically what it is, except with flight simulation. It's just a really detailed logbook for you and all your flights to see exactly the path you took and all the information, and much more, which we will get into. I'm just showing you another flight I did where we did a go-around. Shows you right where you came in, exited, and what gate you went to. This is really what has me impressed, is how they've integrated Google Maps with this and how perfectly it lines up with what you actually did in the simulator, right to gate 33 here, which is where I ended it. Now, one of the coolest things you can do is you can manage your own aircraft fleet. Now, these are all photos that I took, and some of these airlines I haven't put any time on them yet. I'm just getting my fleet built up, so when I do use these planes, it'll be ready to go. So we're just going to go over to Southwest. Now, I just started ProjectFly a few days ago, so I don't have much on here yet, but you have all the information for the airline. This would have a whole list of them if I've done more flights, but you can go back and see all the Southwest flights you did, view the route again. Like everything else, you can see all the info. You can zoom. We went from San Diego to Phoenix, and you can zoom right in here to San Diego, see the gate you left from, how you taxied over the runway, and all the way through the whole flight. This is one of my favorite features, is being able to do this for your flights and looking at other people's as well. Now, to get started, you're going to need to add an aircraft. So you do that with the tab in the top right. And first you select the base aircraft, what type it is. So we're going to add a Pawnee. I haven't added that yet, so it'll automatically detect it as you type it out. Now, this is a private aircraft, so we'll type in private and select that. You can then put in the registration, and you can have many, I could have 3 different Pawnees and with different registrations added into the fleet. That's one great thing. Yeah, you can keep track of each registration number for each aircraft. Now we'll put the base airport as Ronnerville and leave those as kilograms. You can also add some extra specifications to the aircraft, but we're not going to do that. And then the best part is you get to upload your own image. So I have one right here, and we'll click upload. And now you have an image of the actual aircraft that you'll be flying. And once that's done, just click Add Aircraft, and you'll be back to this page. So go over to your fleet and scroll down, and you'll see that it is now added. And there it is. It's ready to go when you want to start logging hours with it. You'll just select this plane. So that'll be the next part of what I'll show you, is what you need to do to get started doing a flight. So come over to up to Manage and ProjectFly Client. You're going to need to download this. It's called Simstall. And once you have that running with your simulator on, you'll see that it says you have no active bookings. So to change that, you will click on Make a Booking, and that'll open up a new window. and it'll look like this. This also came up after we added the new aircraft too. So we're going to select schedule. It's an IFR flight. We're going to do a southwest flight, so we'll scroll down to that southwest plane that I have in the fleet. You can select to do this offline, VATSIM, IVAO, Pilot Edge, FS Cloud. You can select a network. Right now we're just going to do it offline. We're going to go from Phoenix, Arizona to Atlanta International, so we'll put it in Atlanta. And then it already knows it's a southwest flight, so you just got to put in your flight number, and it'll do the call sign for you. In this case, it's going to be 792. So we got Southwest flight number 792. It draws the direct path. You can click Create Booking, and then Dispatch. And you can also choose to dispatch this through SimBrief or do it without SimBrief. So click Dispatch Flight. Here's the SimBrief option. We're going to do it without, and we'll just paste in the route here. Next, click Go. And then you're done with this page. You're going to come back over to Simstall and make sure you hit Fly Now to get it going. I have forgot to do this, and then it does not record the flight. So start doing that, and now you are live for the rest of the people on ProjectFly. So we've pushed back and we're taxiing over to the runway, and as you can see here, it is marking it over there at Phoenix on the radar. And that's, like I said, one of the nice features is that you can even see where you're going on the ground. And this is a little bit into the flight after departure, and as you can see, it's still capturing it. And you can really see what you're flying over, what areas you're flying over, because it's, like I said, it's linked with Google, and you have all that information at your hands now. And also, off to the left, you have the current information of the aircraft. You have the registration, the user, the aircraft type, the altitude you're currently flying at, the vertical speed, the heading you're on, latitude, longitude, what you're squawking. Really some neat stuff that it keeps track of, and you can look at this for anybody who's flying. Now, the last thing I want to touch on is the new beta they have going currently for January 2018. Still have your logbook. It's just a completely different interface, and they have an app coming out soon. This is one of the previous flights I did with the 747. You got the direct route and then the actual route you took, plus the flight statistics, all looking nice. Of course, you can have friends on here. It's a great way to meet new people and fly around with your buddies and look at each other's stats. This is what the profile page is looking like now. You have achievements, and I believe this is part of the paid subscription. You do get a lot for the free one, so don't worry about that. But if you want to pay, I think about $5 a month, you have achievements and stuff like that. But other than that, you got your stats, and they're doing some cool things with this, and I can only see this getting even better and better, which is why I wanted to be a part of it now. This is the flight radar, and it reminds me a lot of Flight Radar 24 here with the color scheme, with that contrast, but it looks great. This is later on at night, so there aren't as many people online. And then this is what the new fleet section looks like, and what I like what they're doing is now you're grouping it by aircraft type. We have two 717s here in the fleet, so it's putting them on one category, and then of course you have the other ones on down that you can keep track of. So if you guys want to add me on here, if you already have a ProjectFly account, please do. I'll leave a link in the description to my page, and you can go ahead and add me on here. But other than that, guys, that is everything with ProjectFly. I just wanted to show you that, and I hope this helps out. You guys take care. See you next time.